Hello guys, today I'll be reviewing yet another game of one of my viewers. This one is actually gonna be an Ekko Mid Game play. I'm of course not an Ekko Mid player, but this is like a Platinum 1 player. I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of things that I will still notice that can be improved on. And one thing I noticed right away with the runes is that he took Scorch here, and I think Scorch, the way you need to think about Scorch, it's a rune you want to take if you're looking to win lane. And at the moment, I think Ekko is not a champ that is really able to win a lot of lanes. He'd rather just scale up and play side lanes and whatever. Like, these runes, especially like Relentless Hunter and Scorch together, they don't even really match, right? With Relentless Hunter, you're looking to roam and impact the other lanes, and with Scorch, you're looking to win your own lane. And then also taking TP and not Ignite is just another mismatch kind of with Scorch, because Ignite, of course, also helps lane. And TP, and TP just helps for having more consistency. I know that Jaldo Ben used to run Scorch a lot, but even he doesn't do it anymore, so yeah, I think this is definitely already a mistake. This was a win, but he told me he felt like he didn't play well here, and I mean, the damage graph shows, right, it didn't look like he's had a lot of game-winning impact here. It was basically down to the Karthus, I guess. So yeah, I guess we'll just see what exactly happened here. Also, the CS numbers are pretty low. I think they were like 5 point something CS. Yeah, the Pantheon lane, I think, is one you shouldn't really die in it or whatever. But I don't think you also have. I also don't think you'll have a lot of kill pressure just due to the fact that he has his E where he can just block your passive procs and whatever. So yeah, it's not a lane where you should have a lot of kill pressure. But let's just see what happens. All right, we're in game. Let's see. Oops. Okay, Doran, Corrupting Punch start. I guess that's fine. I guess in melee matchups, you usually go Corrupting, and into range matchups, you usually go Doran. I think that's how I would usually go about it, but I've asked Jaldo Ben in his comments why he went for, like, I think he went Doran's Ring once against Zed, and he basically just told me, like, build whatever you want. It doesn't really matter that much. Just build what you're comfortable with. So I think Corrupting Pot in general is just a pretty nerfed item nowadays. It's not that great, but if you feel like you're struggling without it to like survive lanes and whatever, then it's not a problem if you go for it. Okay, you have a Blitzcrank in your team, so yeah, looking for an invade, I guess. I guess with this team it's fine, right? It's not a big problem. It's not a super weak team. The enemy, the enemy team is also not super strong, so you can for sure look for an invade, but yeah, it's not gonna work. Okay, it actually seems to be like it's Vladimir mid. Against Vladimir, you actually have some kill pressure, I'm pretty sure. So in that lane, maybe you weren't super sure if you were playing against him. I'm not sure how the bans looked and whatever. Against Vladimir, you can definitely look to play with Ignite, in my opinion. Yeah, this is a big mistake already. This is something I always do, or like I always used to do when I was a little bit worse and I played Ekko Mid. I think pushing these early waves is never a good thing. It always, see, like, now you're not even really able to walk up. You need to last it with Q, and you're wasting so much mana. You're just using so much mana. In the early waves, in these matchups, in these range versus melee matchups, you just need to make sure to not push. Like, don't push. Just let the waves push into you. Okay, I mean, that was pretty okay. If you had hit the Q, then that would have been a very solid trade. But yeah, I'm generally not a fan of pushing in like that. I think you should always just let the wave shove into you, and then it's fine. Okay, nice trade. Yeah, definitely need to have awareness of the Shaco here, of course. Shaco is a super classic gank by him, right? You just need to have that awareness. You should never die to this. And then, yeah, flashing and still dying is, of course, horrible. Right? Like, these are the things that it's a classic thing that lower elo players do oftentimes, is where they make bad things worse by, for example, in this situation, flashing away. But it just sometimes, at least, like, if you already made the mistake of not respecting Shaco here, which is a big mistake already, right? You just need to have the awareness that you can't play like this, and this is exactly where you don't want to push as well, right? Especially against the Shaco, but even if you wouldn't be playing against Shaco, you wouldn't want to really push. Because also pushing, kind of, right, like, how are you ever gonna kill him if you're pushing him in? He's gonna be under his tower. If you manage to trade with him here and whatever, and the wave is situated around here, then you actually might have a chance to kill him. But if you're here, then he'll just be under his tower with low HP. So yeah, this is a pretty bad wave state. And then the Shaco, of course, a super easy time just ganking you. You're also playing to his side, so this is like, yeah, this is like basically as bad as you could play it macro, or not like macros, but the way you're respecting the Shaco. And then, of course, you also just flash away after you're ignited, and you should know that you're dead here. A pretty big mistake. Now you only have boots, so not great, right? You couldn't afford any. Could you not afford Dark Seal? Wait, how much gold do you have? Like Dark Seal would have for sure been better. Okay, no. You already had to wait for the boots. I mean, it was a very bad death. Let's see. Did you have to TP here? I'm not even sure. I feel like you might have been able to. I guess you wanted the cannon, so it's fine. But Vladimir is not the best champ at shoving waves in early, of course. So maybe it would have been okay to just walk to lane and then save the TP. Yeah, this is fine, I guess. Just make sure you get all these minions. Of course, now that they're so low, it's yeah, you need to tank them a bit. Actually, here a really good thing you can do is just hold the wave here. I think that's what you're doing. That's pretty nice. Yeah, he shouldn't be base. He's not allowed to base here. Okay, this is a mistake throwing the Q. Okay, you didn't hit all of them. That's fine then. If you had hit more of them, that would have been a pretty big mistake. Okay, that's good. The fact that you held the wave here. He's gonna lose a bunch of minions for basing. So definitely a positive thing you did. Yeah, I mean, no reason to E on the minion here. It's a very small thing, but you can see, right? Like now the wave is slow shoving into him. I think otherwise it might have been able to just hold it here a little bit longer. But this is fine. I mean, this is not problematic. As I said, like I don't want to comment too much on the wave states and whatever because that's really not my strength. I will mostly try to comment on Ekko stuff or like Ekko related stuff. I'm not sure, like, maybe you can even look for trades here with your W, especially since Karthus is kind of hovering. But I understand that, of course, you only have the boots and he has some AP, so it's definitely unintuitive to go for trades in this scenario. You know, I mean, now you should look to roam somewhere, maybe, if you're allowed. You could look for a bot dive. This guy, especially because this guy's a shotgun and double buffs and is kind of low. Yeah, you should just roam here. You don't have a lot of gold to spend, and this could work, right? Like, this could easily work. You just E over this wall. You walk, you E over here, then you won't be spotted by these plants, and you might be able to get it. Even if you die for it, it would still be worth, honestly. Just for the fact that your base here is not great. It's like you can buy a Dark Seal and Amptom, I guess. Not even an Amptom. See, this is like such a bad base, actually. And I don't think, like, buying Control Watcher is also a mistake. I think especially since you're already struggling quite a bit gold-wise. Definitely move to your Shaco here. Or to your Karthus. Okay, you do that. Yeah, unlucky that they have vision here. You might be able to get him, though. Well, I mean, he can just Q over the wall. Oh, well. Oh, wow. They couldn't actually hit the Q. That's crazy. Wait, does he get out? No way, right? I think you don't. Okay, let's keep looking at you. Okay, you got him. Yeah, I mean, you invested some time here. I think that's fine. You didn't lose too much for it, and you could have gotten a kill, of course, if it had played out a bit differently. Of course, now you're definitely kind of losing the lane already. Definitely proc the W next time. I think you could have killed. You didn't have flash. If you had flash, you could have killed. Okay, unlucky. You didn't have it. Definitely, like, a small thing. Just, like, make sure to proc the W next time. Right, like, just get the shield. Get the shield, it will last, and then you can... This Q that he hit on you here, you would have blocked with the shield. So, just, like, small optimization. It wouldn't have changed anything in the outcome here, but it still would have been better. There's no reason not to proc the shield. I think at this point you should just... well, it's already, like, it's a difficult situation again, because you're kind of low. You don't have a lot of gold to spend. You kind of want to leave this lane. The Vladimir will just sustain up. Maybe you should look to all-in him now, with level 6. He also doesn't have ult. Yeah. This is unfortunate. I don't think you had to ult quite, but... It was close for sure. I think generally, like, fighting-wise, you're making the right decisions usually, for sure. It's just that you kind of fucked yourself over with a lot of the decisions leading up to these things, right? Or like, for example, like dying to the Shack or whatever. I think if you hadn't died to the Shack, you could have easily won this lane. And then, especially like the flash, honestly, the flash hurt you so much, right? You could have gotten a kill 100% if you hadn't flashed here, and especially because you still died, so it was like a completely worthless flash. This flash actually lost you the lane quite hard. So yeah, I mean, this definitely hurts, dying to the Pantheon ult here. At least the cards was able to pick up the wave, so and he was able to carry the game off of it, right? So it's not super horrible. Place a W before fighting here. There's no reason. I mean, it's fine that you place a W now at least, but just place the W from out of vision somewhere. Place it when you're here, place it somewhere here or something. And then at least you force his Q, right away. And then you might be able to chase him down. If he has to Q now, then he'll be maybe here or whatever, and you can chase him down, but like this, he's just able to walk away and then Q. So yeah, this, I mean, this is fine. At least you got the crab. So you did something. I think in general you should definitely look to roam bot way more. Maybe that's what you're doing now. I guess it is. Sadly the blitzing is not here, so I'm not sure if you can even do something. I mean, you have the Karthus ult to help you, but... Oh, okay. I personally don't go for these flashes. I know that some Ekko players like Jalaben, for example, he flashes a bit more aggressively into Ws than me, but... Like, for me, personally, this doesn't feel worth it. Maybe in your position, since you're behind, it is kind of worth it. But just trading flashes here, it's not the best. And also, I think if you're quicker with your combo here, maybe you can even kill her, even though she has flash. But you're a little bit slow with your Q. Now, if you had slowed her, maybe, but I mean, she has Ghost as well. She probably lives. Either way. And now you just lose another wave in mid. At least the Karthus is probably gonna catch it. So again, it's not horrible, but it's quite bad for you. Of course, you're completely out of game at this point. Yeah, you're like 2 levels down on the Vladimir. I think Vladimir matchup is definitely a very winnable matchup. It's one where I even think you should take Ignite, probably. Why did you ult? Were you dying to the Vladimir ult? I'm not sure. I don't think you would have died. Nah, it was already gone. It was actually already gone from the W shield tanked it, so that ult was completely wasted. See, like, the W was actually very good, the timing, so you just completely wasted your ult here. And maybe if you hadn't ulted, you could have chased him down, actually. At this point, you have no mana. Not really able to do much. It's also quite greedy to shove this wave. Of course, you just can't really shove it with this mana. It's like now you're just losing all of this wave, basically. This really hurts. And the Vladimir's getting all of it. It would have been much better to just leave this wave, don't Q it, and then just TP back, you know? And then you would have actually been able to get it. It was a pretty big mistake. You should know that with this HP, and with your AP, because you're so behind, you're not able to 1Q these waves, right? You're not able to clear them with 1Q. So you just need to realize that, accept it, and understand that also with this HP you can never clear them. Especially if the Vladimir is on like such high HP here, and he's so ahead. So like, just recall here, and TP back, get the wave, right? So like, cut your losses, don't make it even worse, because like now you just made the worst choice you could possibly have made. You queued all of these minions, you literally didn't get a single one, all of them are dying. You didn't even stay in XP range, so this is like, unironically the worst thing you could have done. And the Vladimir just goes back here, gets every single minion. Okay, at least you didn't TP. If you had TP'd now, then that would have actually been the worst thing you could have done. At least you get this wave. I'm curious to see where you get your kills. I mean, you got some kills at least in this game. I mean, yeah, it seems like a bunch of them you just got in the end. And this guy's low, but you can see, right? You cannot. You're just too behind. And without ult, you should. I don't think you should really look tall in him. Oh what? He flash ult you. I guess that kills, right? Yeah, flash ult Q kills, I'm sure. No? Oh wow. Oh, actually, wait, did he not Q you? Or what? Wait. Wait. Nah, he fucked up his Q, I think. Did he? Yeah, I don't think he Q'd you. If he had Q'd you, then you would have just died. Yeah, I don't know. A little bit of... I think you should have died here, but... Lucky for you, I guess, that you didn't. Again, that you're just getting completely dominated here. I guess it wouldn't even be bad to TP here. Just so you get the full wave at this point. Like, I don't think it would be bad. You get the cannon. No, you didn't even get the cannon. Oh, do you get him? No, you didn't. Wait, could you have gotten him, though? Let's see. I mean, it was scary. Definitely, you should never ult here because you're ignited, right? You have the grievous wounds on you, so you'll heal only half the amount. So, like, and also you're not really at a risk of dying yet, so I don't know why you ulted here. Like, understand, like, really understand. Imagine you're this Pantheon. Before I click on him, right? Like, see, he has used everything. He has used his W, it's a long cooldown. He has his E, okay, E is not his main damage spell. He has used his Q, okay, Q is not the longest cooldown, but understand that he already used all of his bursts, so if you're at half HP after his burst, like, why are you ulting? Where does the rest of these 500 damage even come from? It can't come from anywhere, right? He's not gonna auto-attack you to death here, so, like, just keep chasing him here. Keep chasing and then ult later if you have to, but, like, this ult just completely wasted. Yeah, and now you just wasted ult, he got out. Not good. I guess you kill him in a second here, probably. Because you gotta kill in the timeline. I mean, that's definitely good, getting the shutdown. It kind of saves your game a little bit, makes it so you can at least do something. Let's see. Okay. I only get the Shaco, I guess. I mean, Shaco's also trolling, he's on level 7, I don't know what he's even doing. Going 80 Shaco with Dark Harvest, very interesting. I think you should have just went on the Pantheon though, I feel like, because he has a shutdown. I don't know if you didn't press tab enough in this game. But yeah, I mean, yes, he has his E of course, but I think you can still kill him probably, since you're a little bit healthy. I'm not sure, maybe just taking the free kill was the correct decision. Yeah, and like, definitely, I mean, I'm sure you know that it's a mistake yourself to miss the cannon, but like, just make sure to get it right. It's not that difficult, it's really not. Just, like, there's so many ways to just get it. Yeah. And in these games where you're already on very low economy, it hurts even more, of course, losing these cannons. Like, losing a cannon is basically losing like a third of a kill, almost. So it's not nothing. It's also not something you should tilt over or whatever, but it's still not nothing, right? And in this situation, it was not contested or anything, you should have definitely gotten it. And if it happens a bunch of times a game, you're literally like throwing away kills. And for example, the wave you threw away here in mid and the XP as well from it, that was basically like a kill almost, or like half a kill, I guess. A bit more. Yeah, it's good that you're holding the wave here. I mean, Carthus is not around, but it's still good, right? Just, there's no reason for you to push, you can't push anyways. I'm not sure if it's a good thing that you lane swapped here, I guess it's fine for you. The Quinn can probably handle the Vladimir a bit better than you at this point, and the Pantheon doesn't really pressure you. I think he probably could pressure you much more. He's just... It doesn't seem like he's good enough. I'm actually so curious that the Pantheon is letting you play like this, because he's so fed at this point. And he has not traded with you a single time. I guess he'll admit you should definitely look to just get the tower. Pretty big macro mistake by the Pantheon to ult mid. I don't know if there was a free kill that he missed out on or something, but this is very good for you. Wow, you even got the first tower. You're actually... You're not even that behind anymore. See, like, you're only 300 gold behind on the Vladimir, even though you lost lane so hard. So yeah, you're actually kind of back in the game. Or you're not really back in the game, but it's like everyone is just kind of not on very high economy in this game because it's not very high elo, I guess. Yeah, I mean... You just wasted your rocket. You still got the kill, so it's fine, but you just wasted your rocket belt, right? There's one thing you need to play around when you're playing against Vladimir, and it's his W, so just like make sure not to waste spells into his W. Be super aware of this spell. Maybe you thought you could maybe get up a quick combo or whatever, but you didn't even have Q up, so... Yeah, I mean, it's whatever, you got the kill, but still. Little bit of a wasted rocket belt. See. Oh wow, Shaco is just inting again. Okay, you got the kill. That's not, you're not even useless anymore, you have a shotgun even, so... Yeah, not bad. You don't have a lot of gold to spend, so I think just like shove in the bot wave or something. I guess Zeri also probably wants to shove it in, so I guess you can also just base and buy a Blaster Moment or something, or a Finish Codex. Let's see what you buy here, yeah, Finish Codex. Again, I don't even think it's worth to buy Control Wards. Not that much at least. The only time you should really buy Control Wards is if you want to do objectives. I guess you kind of want to do Drake here, but... Yeah, I don't know. I think generally buying Control Wards is often a bait. They often don't even provide any very useful vision. Okay, I don't know why you... Wait. Okay, that was definitely very awkward, but I don't know why you Rocket Belted as your first spell instead of Eing. Oh, I guess you wanted to E over the wall here as well. Oh, well, if you had... Wait, did you have any vision here? No, right? Why did you want to E over there? That's definitely ballsy. It would have gotten you a kill for sure, that would have been nice, but you didn't even have any info on the Caitlyn. Did you? Am I stupid? I don't think so. Okay, yeah, but definitely, like, just know that I don't think you can E over this wall, actually. Just E over here. It would have actually gotten you a nice free kill here. Yeah, now you don't have E, I guess. Is that why you rocket belted? Okay, I mean, that is why you rocket belt, but just understand that you're not even in range here, right? Like, you must... I'm sure this is not your first Ekko game, so just, like, understand the Ekko ranges. Understand the fact that you're not gonna... Or, like, the rocket belt range here, right? Like, understand that you're not able to get into the W, and even if you are, you're not gonna stun anyone because the Shaco still has Q. So yeah, now you just wasted one of your movement spells and you just die. I guess you didn't respect the Shaco Vladimir damage. That's actually pretty bad here. You're still ahead in gold somehow, overall. It's crazy. Vladimir actually has 10 Majestics. And at this point you're just not farming anymore, right? Which is not good. Again, you didn't E over the wall correctly, did you? Yeah, like, make sure, like, if that's something you feel like you're struggling with a lot, just practice it. It's not that difficult. You should be able to E over this wall. You just need to hug the wall here. I think you're standing so far away from it. Like, you try to E from here. You just can't, right? You never can. You just need to always stand here. From the other side, you need to stand somewhere here, and then that's the only way you get to E over this wall. I'm not even sure if Eing over this wall would have achieved much, to be honest. Like, I don't think you would have gotten on the Heimer. Maybe you could have killed the Caitlyn. She doesn't have Gale Force or anything yet. But yeah, I mean, you failed it. Okay, you get the kill on the Caitlyn again. You use your rocket belt not optimally, but it's... I guess in this situation it's whatever. You're not really looking to do any fast combos. In general, placing Ws like this is not a bad idea, but in this situation the tower was already down, so it was also not a super valuable W, and nobody was really contesting it, right? Like, in a normal scenario where there's full HP targets defending this, you can zone them away, right? Like, first of all, I wouldn't place it the way you place it. You place it, like, on top of the tower, so half of the W was not even anywhere where people can step. You just place it somewhere behind, right? Place it somewhere here, so you just zone people away. Either they try to defend and then they will get stunned, or they just respect it and then you can get the tower for free. But, like, this W is, like, see, like, how much terrain is, like, literally half of it. Like, this section here is completely in the wall, and then this is in the tower, so it's, like, probably even more than half. It's just not where anyone can even step, and now you just wasted your still, like, 17-second cooldown when there could be a fight breaking out. Could you have done anything here? It was a pretty good engage by the Vladimir, to be fair. I think you should have just ran at this point. You just need to see your teammates' HP bars and see that they're super low. And also understand your own strength, of course, in this situation. Understand that you're not really able to kill anyone. I guess the Zeri might be able to do something here. Oh, wow. Well, did she clean it up? Wait, I didn't really look. Ah, no, the Karthus did. Well, yeah, okay. I mean, the Karthus ult actually made it so this fight turned out fine. Well, yeah, I mean, you actually, like, did basically nothing in that fight, let's be honest. And also, you chose to fight the Pantheon, but he just blocked all your damage with his E. So he should just not be your target in these fights where you haven't seen him use E yet. And by the way, like, if you've noticed, you've been behind 2 levels the whole game, by the way, as well. I mean, that's why what I really don't like about Ekko Mid, right? It happens so easily. If you just fuck up early the way you did in this game, then it's just so hard to catch up again. The best way to catch up is probably to do side lane stuff, but yeah, you're also not really allowed to do that when you're behind. Usually, like, technically the best way is probably to just freeze wave here or whatever. Like, literally just freeze it for a long time and last hit them. But that's not really what Ekko wants to do, right? Ekko is so good at pushing that he kinda wants to push with his Q. So yeah, it's just a bad situation overall. Okay, you're doing Nash here, that's well, that's a decent call, I guess, because Nash is just so disgustingly easy to take, and yeah, you just get it. I think you should have definitely taken the top wave here, shouldn't you? And like, your buy was not great. Yeah, I think big mistake, actually. I think with the, I mean, how much gold? I think it's 1.45, if I'm not mistaken. I think if you have these 2 components, I think it's 1,450 to get the Nashers. I don't think you can get it either way, but still. Also, the fact that you're so behind makes it so, in my opinion, Lichbane is better. Because if you're already behind, you're not tanky enough to auto-attack the enemies enough, right? Like, because you're just too squishy. With Nashers, you automatically take more damage as well, generally, right? And with Lichbane, you're able to take shorter trades where you take less damage, so if you're a little bit behind, I think Lichbane is generally better. And against these champs... Huh? I mean... I was Zeri looking at you. Yeah, but I mean, you know that it was a mistake. We don't need to talk about it. I guess you just fat fingered or something. Now, but if you're behind, just, like, I think Lichbane is generally a bit better to have impact in the game. Because with Nashers, you're just so weak, you will just die, so you won't even get a lot of auto attacks off to make the item valuable, in my opinion. So you just don't have the base tankiness. Nashers is really good if you have high base level, if you're like high base level, so you just can tank a bit more as well. Definitely take the camp here. Like, why are you not taking the tower? What are you doing? Are you watching the fight? I guess you're watching to see to TP in. That's fine. But still, like, no reason to not attack. And you didn't even get her. I mean, like, getting the tower here would have been just the safe play. Yes, I'm sure you were looking here, you see they're all half HP and whatever. But, like, just get the tower, you know? Get the tower, get the camp, that's literally 2 kills. 2 kills plus the fact that this tower is gone. That means no more minions will be cleared here automatically. So they will always be here, and that means that the enemies will have to walk here to clear the wave more frequently. So they will have a harder time contesting Drakes, right? Right. That's like very basic macro. And probably you could have done something here with a TP, but then I think you probably should have TP'd much faster as well. So like, when should you have TP'd here if you're actually looking to TP? And even then, like, meanwhile, while you're doing this, still just, like, attack the tower, right? At least, at this point, you're actually dealing some tower damage. You probably get it to below half, if anything. Maybe you can even get it completely and then TP. It's not even super unlikely. Let's see when you should have maybe TP'd here. Yeah, also, I mean, TPing against Caitlyn is not, is actually quite risky. You know, if she's not a bad player, she just places a W here. Yeah, she even has 4 Ws up. Like, that was just bad by her. Like, usually this TP is actually really bad. Okay, she did place a W, never mind. Ah, yeah, that's why you get rooted right away. Okay, she doesn't auto-attack you right away for some reason, but she still gets you. And let's see how if you for sure could have played something differently here. Yeah, you're rooted. Yeah, I mean, just like the combo was just missing, right? If you do a quick combo with the rocket bolt, you just get her, and she's not even able to attack you. Like EQ rocket bolt proc passive. This guy's dead right away. You have a lot of movement speed from your passive proc. You probably run down the Vladimir as well. You will get ult up in a second as well. This could have easily been a triple kill, and you probably kill all of them with this area as well. So yeah, just the fact that you didn't use your rocket belt here quickly enough to proc passive cost you quite a lot here, and then you also didn't even see, like, the tower almost died on without you even attacking it once. So I think you could have easily attacked it a bunch of times and then just TP'd. So yeah, pretty bad decision making here that cost you quite a lot. I'm actually so surprised that you won this game. It's really just Karthus. That champ is so disgusting. I hate playing against Karthus. It's like such an unskilled playstyle, honestly. Like, Karthus definitely takes skill. Like, all of his Qs are of course skill shots, but like, winning games with Karthus doesn't even take that much skill. You often just need to scale up, and then like your ults make too much of a difference. Not just your ults, also just the Qs and whatever. They deal like 1000 damage on isolated targets on a 1 second cooldown. Okay, you're just catching waves, I guess that's fine. At this point, of course, you're really not able to do much. You're like one of the weakest players in the game. Well, the Pantheon, I'm actually so surprised. The Pantheon had a 300 gold shutdown for a long time, right? He's actually as weak as you are at this point. Well, then you just... Why did you, like... I'd love to be in a call with you right now and just understand why you decided you had to face check here. I know, right? Like, I also was in, like, your elo for a long time. I also made these decisions. But nowadays, I'm just wondering, like, why do you even make these decisions? There's nothing you gain from this. There's nothing you gain from face checking here. Like, actually nothing. What, like, you're in here, you don't get caught, so... Cool, like, you're gonna wait for someone to to face check you. I don't think you're able to one-shot anyone here at this point, so that's not even really an option. And like, the fact alone that this is super likely that someone is here or that it is warded is like, this is such a bad place to go in here. And then the W you place it in here at least. Place it in here where you don't have vision. So like, this death is definitely super deserved. And then now you're just taking off the map for another 50 seconds, which of course really hurts when you're already so behind. Now you should just be pushing bot. You're just collecting waves, which is fine. Yeah, get the needle slot. At this point you want to have as much as possible. I think this is even a game where you maybe should be going white stuff third because you're on such low economy. Probably. And now you're tipping in there again. Okay, wait. Back a little bit too far. Okay, let's see. I mean, that was actually a very ballsy TP, to be honest. It actually worked out okay, I guess. And this guy almost died as well. Yeah, again, like against Caitlyn, it's just super risky to TP when they have vision of you, because she can always just place a trap. Where was she? Yeah, this time she didn't manage to place a trap, because she was just too focused on other targets, I guess. But imagine you just get trapped here right away, then you don't get anything done, you just die right away. Or maybe you're able to ult back from where you TP'd, but still. You got a kill, that's like fine, but you also don't get anything for this kill other than the kill, right? Usually if you get kills at 28 minutes, you're looking to take objectives and whatever. But that's not really what you're getting here. Maybe you can do something with the Karthus, I guess. It seems like you get the Drake here in a second. Okay. Get the Pantheon, that's nice. Okay, Karthus stealing the Drake. Yeah, definitely look to get Nash now, honestly. What is he doing? Okay, he's just... Wait, did he not have Q up? Yeah, I guess not. But I don't know why he doesn't just keep running down. This guy just wanted to donate a free kill, I guess. Very weird decisions, but yeah. I mean, at least again, like look to do Nash here. You do it so incredibly quickly with your team. You have Karthus, you have 2 ADC champions, you have Ekko. You literally can just run there, they can never contest, and especially, like, you can literally just base here, get the portals, and do it. Yeah, someone is pinging as well. You're even pinging it, so... Yeah, I mean, it is definitely the right thing to do in this situation. Now it's a little bit late already, though, right? Like, everyone's up again. You can probably still get it, because Nash just doesn't have enough HP, yeah. No problem, right? Ah, man. I tilt every single time. Please, give Nash, like, I don't know, 10k extra HP. That would probably not even be that much. It literally doesn't have enough HP nowadays. It should not be an objective. You take this easily. And you know, at this point, you lost lane super hard this game, but it doesn't matter. You have some items now, so you're actually able to get kills, because you're Ekko in the late game. You don't even have your Rabadons yet, but you're still able to do something. That's also why I'm always saying, right, like, don't surrender on Ekko. I know I also surrender sometimes, more of a mental thing, but I know that you can win most games, honestly. You really can. I don't know if you had to ult out, maybe, right, because the Pantheon would have stunned you and you could have gotten bursted down, but also you're full HP. Yeah, I don't think you ever have to ult here, because you also have the shield as well. You never have to ult. At this point, you're level 16, your ult is 30-second cooldown, so I think in general at this point it is better to ult than not ult in situations where you might die. So, because it's so easy to just not fight for 30 seconds, it's really not a long time. I'm assuming, yeah, you have Rabadons here, so that's good. Could have even, I think actually you should have probably waited here for your ult to come up and then ulted back. Just to have higher tempo. Also take the portals. I don't know why you're not taking the portals. It's just faster. Like, take this portal, push here. I don't know why you're walking. Seems like you're a little bit on autopilot here or something. Could have just had much better tempo. I guess you'll still get the tower for free. I have to say, your ults are definitely very early, oftentimes. Like, try to be a little bit more greedy with them. You might die, but your ults just have not had great value this game. Definitely could have much better value. So many ults that you're just doing from full HP. Like, you're not that squishy with Ekko. Yes, if you're behind, you are quite squishy, but especially with your W, you can tank something, usually. And now you have triple in if you just won the game, basically. Okay. And that combo was nice. But it wasn't even like the clean combo that you can do generally. But no, it was actually, it was pretty clean, never mind. I was about to say just flash on her. Well. Okay, I assume your team ends here. Alright. I mean, honestly, I have to say, like, I'm sure you just enjoy playing Ekko Mid more, but what I have to say, what I noticed, is I think mechanically you're definitely better than Platinum 1, I would say, except for your ult usage. But like generally the way you use your other abilities, I would say is usually correct. So like if you actually want to climb, just like start playing Ekko Jungle. Honestly, I feel like a lot of the things that led up to you not having impact this game were just in the early laning phase. Of course, you said this was a bad game. Maybe you're not always like, maybe sometimes you play your lane better, but there's of course a reason you're in the elo you're in. So yeah, if you maybe just, I don't know, maybe you're just not comfortable with jungling or whatever, maybe you just enjoy Ekko Mid more. But yeah, I would say overall, big mistakes leading up to everything. Like everything just started in the beginning, right? Like honestly, the fact that you died to Shaker here was just super bad. You really need to respect that. And it basically all started with the first Q you did on the first wave, right? Every time I've played Ekko Mid and I did that, I regretted it. So just like accept that you're a melee champion that is quite weak early, before level 3 especially. So just drop minions if you need to drop minions. Let the wave push into you. Like, just look how high elo Ekko's play. Honestly, I can recommend just look how someone like Zhao Laoban plays his lane and try to copy that. It's probably gonna be by far the easiest way for you to improve. As I said, I'm not an Ekko Mid expert. I hope I was able to point out some mistakes for you and it makes sense, but just try to really see how these high elo Echoes play, their decision making when they drop waves and whatever. I think, for example, I've watched a lot of Meat Beast when he was reviewing Beifeng's Qiyana, and you can see like Beifeng when he's playing Qiyana is very similar to Ekko, where Qiyana is not a great champion for level 3. So like there's so many games where you just drop a lot of waves early, and that's fine, right? Like dropping 3 waves is nothing, right? It's really nothing in the grand scheme of things. In the late game you have like 15,000 gold. What's dropping like 200, 300 gold in the early game? It's really not a lot. So yeah, if you have to drop waves, drop it. Accept that Ekko is not the strongest early champ. And also just like, I don't know, maybe switch up your rune setup a bit. Just try to copy good Ekko players in mid. And yeah, if you're open to playing jungle, then I can recommend playing jungle. I guess that's also something that my videos can help you much more with. Of course, I usually do content for jungle. And also, I think Ekko jungle is just simply better, right? Ekko has so many bad matchups in mid. You need so much matchup knowledge, and the farm you get in jungle is super guaranteed, and in mid it's not at all guaranteed. There's jungle influence as well, which happened this game, for example. So yeah, as I said, if you're open to jungling, I can definitely recommend to just try that out, because I think mechanically you're there. Like you're definitely, I'm sure mechanically you could easily reach diamond. Definitely could improve your ult usage, I would say. Also, your Ws weren't like the best ones, but that was not something I noticed as super problematic, to be honest. But yeah, definitely try to be a bit more greedy with your ults. And like, you might die a bunch of times, but then at least you will also get more high value ults. Like, for example, this game I don't think you hit a single ult on an enemy. Like, most of the ults you did were just from like full HP and then just ulting out after engaging, and sometimes even with the W shield. So yeah, I hope this was helpful. I will also upload this to YouTube, so yeah, of course, if you enjoyed this video, if you learned something, be sure to leave a like and watch the next one. Bye!